Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Hi, guys. How are you doing? I hope everyone is doing well. And I apologize for the pause for the last couple of days, or 3 days, I believe. Yes, Wednesday through yesterday. Well, I had some plumbing issues that had to be addressed. As I said, I'm not in the same area anymore and I moved a distance and just had to take care of a lot of things, transferring services, etc., so forth, running, skipping, and hopping to get a lot of things done. And I didn't entirely have my connection set up, like my internet. It was partially set up and cable services and everything else. And those things take a minute, no matter how much I was jumping through the hoops. It just takes a minute to set all these things up. So I decided to come on and do a video to let you guys know I'm still with you. And I just had to take that break to handle those situations. And it's not easy, I tell you. Then I had to learn some things about how things are done where I am and just, getting around. So thank you for being patient with me, guys. And before I get into any topic of discussion today, for the person who sent me that beautiful poem in a personal text, thank you for that. I appreciate that in a personal message. Um, Very beautiful, very nice, and I appreciate that. Thank you for. I'm glad that I'm helping you through this channel. So thank you for that. And anyone who want to send comments, tell me how this channel is helping you. Tell me what you're getting from it, and keep sharing with other folks because they need to hear the message. So once again, I want to say that I had to take those 3 days because I had to take care of a lot of things to make sure things keep running smoothly. So with that being said, I thought today because it rained, right, that um, it was gonna get cooler. It's actually hot. This whole week it has been like extremely hot, and I think I yesterday I went through a gallon of water, and it's just. But hopefully this cool off soon where it's not this hot. So guys, I hope everything is good. Um, Drink a lot of water. Stay in a cool place. Make sure you don't dehydrate. Take care of yourself. And don't be out in the sun too long. It's not really healthy. You know, um, Go to the beach, jump into the water. Do things low key right now with the heat being and the weather the way it is. So I'm glad it's the weekend. I'm glad to be here back with you guys. And the topic of discussion today is to love yourself. You know, uh, it's very important to love yourself, to keep taking care of yourself, because if you get sluggish in that area, then you put yourself in a position where if you stop taking care of yourself, then you stop keeping up with things that could be health issues and just in general. It's good to take care of yourself because as you do, you feel better, especially your physical, mental health. As you start to persist and continue to persevere, you start to see the improvement. You really do start to see the difference because I'm already starting to see it altogether, with myself, even though it's not easy and there's some challenges, just keep moving through it. Let me tell you guys some of the things that help me and motivate me is when I feel like, oh, I can't do this another day, etc. Besides prayer, meditation is music. I may put on a playlist of music and get into that for a while, and it helps uplift me and motivate me. And then I get right back on doing what I need to do. One of the other things that I didn't mention since I've been on the channel is that when I was going, for those who are really struggling with grief right now, um, one of the things that helped me is accessing a talent that I have. If you guys have a gift of some sort or talent, access that during your grief moment. And as you do that, activate that talent. It's going to help you get through it. Like, for example, when I lost my mom and the reality started to hit in that she's no longer here and I can't pick up the phone to talk to her or etc. For a while I let the grief take over, depression, etc. And then besides the music, I wrote my third book. I just kept writing. Remember, we were in a shutdown, no one was going anywhere except for the store and back home, etc. I accessed that time and I wrote my third book. And a lot of it in that story is about what I've gone through, and some of it is real. It's mostly fiction, but some of the storyline, has a truth overtone of truth in it. But I kept writing, kept listening to music, kept until I was able to finish the book, and it was like a therapeutic healing for me, and it helped me as well with all the pain. Like I said, find an outlet for your pain, and it'll help you to get through the grief. All of you, everybody has a specific gift. Some people have the gift of gab, the gift of communication, the gift of being able to uplift and motivate people. That's what I like to do. And whatever your gift that you have that you're really good at, utilize it during a time of your grief because it's going to help you. It's a stepping stone to help you to get through it as well. You don't ever have to stay there in a place of grief. You can get through it. We never get over these losses, but we can get through it and keep going. So that's what I wanted to say to everybody in reference to that. Now, loving yourself, sometimes it's not easy when you're going through things and you don't know how to go about it. But like I said, I do therapy every week. I still talk to my therapist, and we talk about different things, and it wasn't easy, but he has been a constant in my life to help me. He doesn't tell me what I should do. What he does is give me stepping stones by talking about how do you think you should have handled this. And, it just helped me to think about situations and how to handle it to the best of my ability. So, everybody, the first step to everything that you're going through that feels overwhelming is to search for a therapist and find one in your area, and Google, go see one and see which one that you vibe with, and they can probably help you. That's the first step. And then everything else will start to come together like pieces of the puzzle. It's like you don't know where it's going to lead you to, but you start to put pieces together as you continue to move forward. It's so important to do that. Um, Also, as you start to love yourself, first of all, you start to heal. And as you start to heal, you start to feel better. You start to love yourself. And as you do that, you start to self invest. Investing in yourself is important, especially like if you've always been a type of person that's been subservient to other people's situations and needs. And, family, what I had the problem of family telling me, because we share DNA, that I have to do A, B, C, and D for them. I don't have to do anything for anybody but myself. We are all adults, and I had to change that way of thinking because, I would always ask myself when it's my turn, nobody's there to help me. So investing in yourself is a priority, should be a priority, especially when you going through a lot of grief and pain and etc. and you feel stuck. You have to invest in yourself. New beginnings, embrace new beginnings. As you continue to stay the course and you keep moving forward, you're going to see the changes. Like this new situation for me, I persevered, I crawled through and bit through, and I would not give up. And and like I said, I stay in prayer with God, meditation, and as God, as I take these steps, God takes 1, 2, and 3 steps behind me because I'm not giving up. And one of the things I had to do, which is so difficult, people, is cut off, block, and delete toxicity, toxic individuals and situations out of my life that wanted to hang on, and I am not the same person anymore because I'm constantly healing and growing and evolving, and it's important for me to stay the course to do that. And one of the things that I love to do is to motivate, encourage, uplift others to keep going because it's only one you, and it's important that you keep investing in yourself, keep going because you're going to see at the end of the rainbow or you're going to get to the finish line. Like things will get better. It will not happen overnight. And it may be a lot of challenges, but don't give up because remember, the investment is in yourself. You're building yourself up so that you can be the best of yourself. And you're going to have days where you don't feel like doing it. Get up the next day and keep going. Never stop moving forward. It's the key factor because if you stop moving forward, everything goes back to stagnation. And people who don't want to see you grow, evolve, and be the best of yourself, then I set boundaries, establish boundaries. And if people start crossing and hopping and skipping over those boundaries, I just cut off, block, and delete. And recently, I had to do that with a family member because I will refuse to engage in toxicity or to allow them to tell me how I should live my life, how I should walk, talk, dress, whatever. Cut off, block, and delete, you know. And it's important for me to be myself, to be my authentic self, and not a puppet where somebody can maneuver the string as to how they want me to move. I'm never doing that. So, I'll come and sit at a table and talk and negotiate and hear what other people have to say, etc. But when somebody wants me to be something I'm not, cut off, block, and delete. Be yourself, be proud of who you are and just keep moving forward. Remember this, every one of us have gifts. Know what your gifts are, because we all have gifts. Utilize those gifts during a time of your bereavement and grief. People, and some of us are artistic and have artistic contributions. Utilize those during your time of grief and mourning. And when you're especially going through trials and tribulations, access God through prayer, meditation, but access your gifts as well. And because we all have something to contribute in a positive way. We know the world what it can contribute on a negative and a toxicity because it's all around us. But let us focus on what we all can contribute on a positive level to build up, utilizing our gifts to build up, utilizing those gifts for the good of humanity. I like to use my gifts to motivate, uplift, and encourage people to keep going and not to stop, because when you self love and you start to feel better, heal, and grow, then you're manifesting that in your life. You're manifesting the love and all the good things that you want in your life. And when you have toxicity around you and situations, that can grow on you. That's why I cut it off and get it out of my life because manifestation is the key factor also. And you have to have that drive and motivation to take care of yourself because remember, guys, your physical and mental health means everything. And never allow anything to stop you from taking care of yourself. It's important to have a timeout every day where you have an hour or two, even though you have a busy schedule, to take care of yourself. Self investment. It's just like, you have a car and you drive to work for those who go out every day, whether you're going to work or wherever. If you don't take care of the car, it will eventually fall apart. If you don't tune it up, get an oil change, make sure everything mechanically is working properly, etc., taking it to a mechanic, seeing what's wrong with it. If you don't do those things, one day you know the car won't move. It's not going to go anywhere because you're not taking care of it. It's the same with your physical and mental health. If we're busy accessing other things and making those things a priority and we forget about ourselves, then we start to break down on a mental, physical, and also spiritually. So we have to keep going and uplifting. Like me, I go to the gym a couple of times a week. At some point, I'm going to increase that. But for right now, that's what I can do. Changing the way I eat to eat healthier so that I can be healthier. Just little changes can make big improvements in your life. And also when it comes to toxicity, you know, I keep my distance from it. And boundaries. When a person disrespect boundaries, I may have a conversation again. Like I said, and a lot of these things that I had to cut off besides so-called friendships were family, because it's like, you know, um, when people think you should be doing one thing, but you're being yourself and they want you doing something else. And I used to fall into that all the time, meaning I used to give into it and no, 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 because hey, we share the same DNA, but we are adults now, we're not children, and we all have our purpose in life here, and it's important that we walk in that purpose, you know and that's how it is. And peace is better, people. Peace is everything. I'd rather be at peace than to be in pieces with toxic situations, etc., and so forth. So, a lot of things I talk to you about on this channel is the things that I'm doing in my life itself. And I see the growth, I see the changes for the better, because I'm not giving up. And it doesn't matter, people. Sometimes you may have to shut doors to situations because in order to grow, evolve, and to take care of yourself, because sometimes you may have uh, situations where people don't understand who you are or what you're trying to do, or they don't want to see you grow and evolve. And sometimes, for me, I had to shut those doors. And what those individuals may not understand, I'm not that same Lisa that they knew back in the day, hey, etc., so forth. I'm not that same person. And I'm very like, not quick, but I listen, but speak how I feel instead of just pushing that in a background, because I used to do that and cry and just give in to what people want. No, the new me don't is not like that. I'm going to tell you. We're going to talk about it, set some boundaries. If you keep crossing them, then I'm done with it. And I don't. I used to block and then unblock and stuff. I don't do that anymore because what I do now, I work and focus on resolutions. And when a person wanted their way or the highway, I take the highway. I have no room for that in my life. And sometimes people feel some kind of way. And, I was getting messages before, not from you guys, but just people from the past. I'll read the messages, but I'm not responding to it because that means I'm falling back into toxicity, which I don't want in my life. So do things to help yourself, because if you're the best version of yourself, you can give to your work, to your children, your family, whatever it is. But you have to have time out for yourself. That's why people, like at work, we have a breaks, like not just holiday time where people can take vacation, because you need that break so that you can get away from the everyday tasks in life and go take a break, rest, come back, and then you feel so rejuvenated and uplifted as you do so. And just, it's important. Any One of the things that I try to do is okay, um, is to just take time out, just to sit down, you know, um, be in nature, especially when it's not too hot, but learning how to relax, because I have so much on my schedule, just taking a break. And as I take these breaks, I start to feel better and do better. And just to keep my environment positive and embracing new beginnings, because that's what my mom would want me to do. And I'm starting to implement some of the things that she's been telling me all my life that I should be doing, and I see the changes, the positive ones. And, guys, also talk to God about a lot of things, because as you put Him first and you continue to move forward, He's going to be there to help you. He's not going to just leave you to the wayside. As long as He see you're progressing and you're trying, God is going to be there to help you, guys. And I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Um, I hope these messages are helping you, because, like I said, there's some people who may watch my channel who don't talk about what they're going through. But just being here to hear messages, because what I've gone through and how I've gotten through these things and how I continue to get through these things may help you, because it may resonate with you and you can apply these things within your own life. The key factor is to keep going. I did a video not too long ago about that. I think the title was Keep Going, Don't Give Up. And if people don't want to see you win, don't want to see you grow and evolve, that's on them. That has nothing to do with you. My goal and what I do now is to not allow anyone to manipulate my putting myself first and loving myself. We all are supposed to love ourselves. I never said to be in love with yourself, because that's not it. It's to love yourself enough to know that what your self worth is, and never settling for less just to not be alone. When you love yourself, you're never going to settle for less just not to be alone. You always want to do things for your highest good, you know your worth and what you deserve. I always say that it's better that way, to have peace instead of being in pieces or toxicity. So, guys, that's the message today. I will be back sometime Monday. I don't know what time. I'll try to be here early, but so just be patient with me, and I'm still going to be here to uplift you guys. And let me know what topics you want to hear so that I can address them here on this channel. Thank you all for being here today, and continue to show up and share these videos with others. Thank you, the new subscribers who subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Tell others about it as well. And I'll see you guys on Monday. You have a great weekend. Bye for now.